What's up, y'all? It's Rocco talking Rockstar. Now, it's about August, y'all. And what that means for me is my fall turkey season is right around the corner. It starts, when does it start? I think September 1st. September 1st through October 27th. Why? Because I am hunting east by 25 this year. So let me show you guys. For the fall, I'm gonna be doing GMU 96. Bam, up and through there, east of the I-25. And that's what I'm gonna be doing in the fall. But before we get into the fall turkey season, guys, I wanna go over what happened in my spring turkey season and show you guys everything that I accumulated throughout. As you can see, got a couple new little friends. We got little Henrietta over there with the Tom Gobbler, and Mr. Jake Paul over here, and my new little additions. And I want to show you a lot more gear, and like I said, tell you the stories of all my outings and what happened in my spring 23 first fall turkey season. We're gonna jump right into it. So March 19th 2023 is when I got this bad boy right here, which is my hunter's safety education card, and you can see it right there, 3/19/23. Okay, guys, so prior to that, I didn't have anything. I've never been hunting. I didn't even have a method of take, y'all. The spring season started April 8th and it went through May 31st. So throughout those 2 months, I've learned a lot, and basically I accumulated a lot, guys. And with that being said, let's take a look at some of this gear. You can already see some of the new additions that I got here. It's a decoy that I bought. I call him Jake Paul. He's a little Jake, little spinner. But that's one of the additions. That's my practice, guys. I am choosing, well, we'll see here in a minute, but that's my little Tom Gobbler. And Henrietta, I kind of broke her. I need to get a little new pole thing for her, but that's some other stuff along with all this stuff over here, guys. Skadoosh. One of the things that I learned about the turkeys, guys, is they have great vision. Okay, so I definitely got me some camouflage outfits, as you can see here. I got some hoodies, breathables. I did go with the long sleeves, guys, because again, I want to cover up as much as I can due to these turkeys having great vision. So this is the one that I first early bought, guys. And one of the things that I noticed early on too throughout my scoutings was that the environment was changing. So went ahead and bought me this too, which is a lot greener. You could tell the difference between it. But again, here's a long sleeve shirt, guys, with the pants head to toe. Again, we got the short, we got the undershirt there, and we also got the gloves. Now I did get two kind of sets of gloves, guys. These ones are a lot thinner for the winds. Again, that's just to cover up my hands on the heat days. And then these ones over here are a lot thicker. These ones, cold mornings, cold days in the spring, guys, is what I use those for early on. So that's some of the camo gear that I got. The boots, thank you, Blazer. Those were donated to me. So those worked out actually pretty good. I really did like those. And the hat too, the headgear. Show you guys the headgear real quick. So again, face covering. Got to get the hat and stuff like that. So that's on that. My little bag, I did get me a little bag, guys, so we'll go through here. I did get me a little first aid kit. Now keep that in mind, keep this in mind, guys, because when I tell you guys what happened while I was out hunting, you're gonna crack up at that. Keep that in mind, guys. Okay, so we remember where we just pulled that out of, right there in that little bag right there. Okay, guys, so what else we got in here? We got a couple different beanies. Okay, this is actually my seat, and this actually goes with this, so if I want to sit down or whatever, it clips on, it attaches and stuff. I want to be comfortable out there. That was one of the things that I've learned early on too, is you got to be patient, and I think that's one thing that definitely got me my first time around. So that goes there just like that. But what else we got in here? Some food, just some snacks in there. Shout out to Mr. Michael Waddel. I know it's not a Little Debbie, but I got to replace that. I got my honey buns in there when shit's going wrong. That is one guy that I did watch day in and day out kind of throughout my spring turkey season, was Mr. Michael Waddel. As you can see, he did have some type of a effect on me, and I got some other gear that I'll show you guys about him. But yeah, that's why I got that in there. It definitely needs to be replaced. Another guy, I can't remember which one, told me this. It was either either Dale from Dale Outdoors or Ed from Old Place Outdoors, which are the other two channels that I watch throughout my spring turkey season. Told me to keep some clippers in the bag just in case I needed to create a blind. And I actually did use these when I was out hunting, guys. I found a good spot to set up. It was in between V of two trees, and it has some bushes already in between them, so I used these to cut down and finish covering the void when I actually did finish that up. So shout out to all three of those guys. Again, Mr. Michael Waddel from the Bone Collector, Ed, I believe, from Old Place Outdoors, and Dale from Dale's Outdoors. So that's what we got in the bag. So that's the one that I picked up. So not really much in there. And then we did pick up, again, I'll go over the mouth calls here in a minute. I'll go over the calls here in a minute. But I did pick myself up a little turkey vest. This kind of came in handy, and this is what I use to keep all my stuff in. We got some binoculars that I, you know, for scouting and stuff like that when I'm out there glazing. Trying to look for stuff. And we'll play with some of these here in a minute. So this thing was nasty, but it was pretty cool. It actually taught me the type of thing that actually helped me gobble with these that I didn't know about. And we'll get a drink of water here in a minute, and I'll show you guys some of my gobbles. So, and this probably is my favorite one. I think this is kind of the easiest one to use for me as far as yelping and stuff like that. I can make noises with all of them. I just think this one sounds the best anyway. So, but I still try to play with all of them. So this is definitely going to come in handy right here. It came with my vest, guys, because fall is rifle season. As you can see, that's my method of take, so I'm going to have to be careful and be wearing that. But we definitely got an owl call, just kind of shot gobble. I don't know where my crow call is at, but I know I got one of those too. We definitely got the box call. So, and it's pretty cool. I'll tell you guys here in a minute where I got that on there. So, boom, boom, boom. And then you can see I do got a couple mouth calls in there. So there's that. But one thing, I don't know about y'all, but y'all might laugh. This one came in handy right here. This is one of the things that it's supposed to be for your little water bag, but I carry water bottles in my backpack and stuff, so and here, this little bad boy came in handy. This might be a little different. I don't know if anybody else carries anything like that, but just a little shovel. Yeah, comes apart real quick, goes together real quick. It has a little saw on it, edge handle, dig a hole, cut some roots. That one kind of came in handy, and y'all already know I'm digging a hole, so those two. You gotta do what you gotta do. So that's one thing I didn't see. I just kind of picked it up along my way. I've been in the woods before, we'll put it that way. So that was a pretty cool little nifty gadget that I didn't see many people might want to include, and I might just get rid of the toilet paper and maybe get rid of some wipes or something. I don't know though how I feel about leaving those in the woods, but if I'm leaving toilet paper. So anyway, here's my method of take, guys. Again, prior to March 19th, I didn't know anything about archery. I didn't even have a bow. I didn't have any of this stuff, guys. This is all the stuff that I accumulated throughout the season and stuff like that. So here's some of my practice arrows. I'll show you my broadheads really quick. These ones I kind of really don't even shoot. I just kind of leave them in here so I don't mess up the arrows. But this is the broadhead that I'm using. I think it's a blackout one, fixed blades. So that's how I'm gonna be using the actual hunt. And I guess last but not least, this is my method of take. This is what I'll be practicing on. How to learn about the waxing my strings. Over here you got the Allen wrenches. The Allen wrenches over here too. This is my old release. This is the one that I started with. I don't know. It kind of feels unnatural to me now. I think my other one's inside, but there's my bow. It's a blackout. The only upgrade I've done so far is my sight. It came with, I believe, a 5-pin, maybe even just a 3-pin. I can't remember, but I actually broke it. One of the bad habits of mechanic is I try to over tighten stuff, so I think I over tightened it and broke the rest. So I went ahead and upgraded to a 7-pin, and I'm gonna try to set that up between 20 and 50 yards, so every 5 yards. So that's another thing that I had to learn, is how to adjust my sight and stuff like that, and been kind of going on ever since. So that's kind of it for all the gear. Let's make some noise now, I guess. So this is pretty cool. Again, I learned all this stuff in the last 2 or 3 months, guys. So we'll take all these over here real quick and show you some of the noises I can make. And put them all right here and set them down, and I'll be right back, guys. We'll get some water real quick. So. So we're back, guys. I'm gonna start with this one. This is the owl hooter. I had to look up how to use it, and I guess it's what is it? I think it's supposed to who cooks for you, who cooks for you all. And I guess the way you're supposed to do it. So it's and you kind of want to roll the tongue at the all. So one thing that I also did learn between all my calls, guys, early on is quality kind of does matter, guys. This was kind of a cheap one, so it might sound horrible, but it also might be me. But it's also just a shot caller one, and kind of hard to pull it off. Yeah, that's it. I think you're supposed to keep it cut. Something like that. So that's the owl hoot, and that one's just kind of a shot gobbler, just to kind of find them in the spring. But let's see. This one's pretty cool, guys. Now I got the rubber band wrapped around there for 2 different reasons. It's really squeaky, guys, when you're walking and you have it in your vest. And well, sometimes in the woods it's real quiet. That goes a long way, and sometimes it's even worse when you just have it in there. But it's supposed to be one of the easiest ones to use. I kind of don't like the sound. I don't know if I'm using it wrong, but check it out. There we go. That's pretty cool. It comes with the chalk and stuff. So, and I think you're supposed to chalk only this side, if I remember right. I'm gonna have to look it up, but that was pretty cool. But another reason why I got this rubber band, I was looking up some of the tips and tricks to use these, and I can't remember which exact call it is. I'm pretty sure it was a Primos, but it came with a certain type of rubber band, and if you do it correctly and at the right pressure, you should be able to make this bad boy gobble. And it's with the swinging motion coming down. So let's see if we can do it. Something like that. So I think this one's a little bit too tight. Let's see if we can maybe let go of it. Oh, see, now it's too loose. That was another cool trick. I kind of practiced with it and kind of got it down, but I haven't messed with them quite in a while, which isn't good. Should be practicing out here every day as bad as I am with it. Who knows? Might be good enough to a full one. This is probably my favorite right here, guys. I'll leave that one to last. This one, oh, whoa. This one taught me the tukakakaka. Tukakaka. So that's the way you're supposed to use this one with the cupping motion, I believe, and it's a tukakakaka. 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 So. It's kind of loud, so. There's that one. Again, that's the kakaka. And that's kind of what I learned. If you do that kind of motion with these bad boys, it'll actually get you a gobble of that same kakaka. I had to do a lot of learning on these two guys. Little mouthpieces. I'm not too good. We'll start with the first one that I got. I think it was the Colorado native one. The bat wing cut. There's a whole bunch of cuts on them and styles and stuff. That's also other things that I had to learn. I think this is a double reed, maybe a triple reed. I'm not too sure because I see the bat wing, which is one, and then it has two, so I think it's a 3. But I think it's the cut goes up. So, I don't know. I just pop them in and play with them. So this is kind of play with it. That's one thing I learned. This one, I think, is another batwing cut. I can't remember, but these ones are also bone collectors, and there's 2 different cuts. I forget which ones they are. You can see how that one's a little bit different. And I think this one's probably the most difficult to use. It's supposed to be the most difficult to use because of all the reeds there. You can see how that one has 3 reeds. This one only has 2, and so does the other one. And all these I kind of trimmed, guys. I might have messed up. Maybe that's why I'm not getting the sounds that I want. But so, play with those a little bit. Oh. Do the black one first, I guess. Down a little bit far, but you can tell as you just play with it in your mouth, get different sounds. So do the green one now. And then we just have the OG one. It's the OG gobble right there, guys. So there you have it. There's my little noisemakers, guys. That's everything I kind of accumulated throughout the whole season. learned how to use, and I'm still learning how to use. So got to get to practicing. But oh yeah, I forgot about this one. It's my favorite. It's the bone collector one, slate park car. Bam. So I kind of like this one. That's what time I can't get on the rest. Can't get the plug. The plug's in the purse now. So I really like that one. I enjoyed kind of playing with this one. I don't know why. I think it sounds the best to me, but y'all tell me what y'all think. Now, let me tell you guys what happened here, guys. Again, I can't find my crow crawl. Spring season, it started April 8th through May 31st. There it is. Y'all can see it. Okay. Again, March 19th was the day that I got my hunter's education, and I started my journey for my spring turkey season. So I believe I took off like May 27th through the 31st off of work so I could go hunt these turkeys. I was hunting GMU 51, where I was over the counter. No, not 50. GoPro overheated and died the other day when I was telling you guys a story. So picking up where we left off, it was Wednesday. I'm on my way up to the Rowdy Trout Ranch because Todd, he was actually letting me stay there for a couple nights, room and board and stuff up with him. He was only about 10 minutes away from the spot. So it's about 6 or 7 o'clock. Keep in mind, I had all this gear that I just finished showing you guys all loaded up in the truck and stuff, and I'm on my way up to the ranch, and I just decided for shits and giggles, let's stop by the spot and maybe give a couple calls and see if we could hear anything. That's exactly what we did, but we didn't do it in no camo. I'm probably walking out there with these, my penny loafers on, or some tennis shoes and some joggers and shit, and I already took with me my crow call. Just walking along, and all of a sudden I heard a gobble. Oh shit. I heard exactly what I came out here to hear. I'm about to Bruce this turkey. So me and the turkey, we go back and forth with gobbles and crow calls, and you know, I hit him with the gobble and he hit me right back. So I knew I was pretty close. Again, I wasn't in camo. I know they have great vision. I thought I was close enough that I should be able to come back in the morning and figure him out and get him to come over to my decoys. So before I mess things up, I turn around and go back to the truck, and I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty sure I roosted the turkey. I have my Onyx maps up, guys. I did learn how to use that as well, how to kind of do some electronic scouting. So I had that up and I marked it. You know, I learned how to put a little radius zone around my spot. So I marked it, you know, with the little 50-yard radius zone of where I wanted to be, of where I heard the turkey. So I show up the next morning. This time I'm on the camo. I have all my gear ready, guys. It's about 4:30, maybe 5 o'clock. I can't remember exactly, but I hightailed it in there. I found 2 trees, sat just like this. Boom, boom. One had some brush here. The other, I used my little clippers that I have in my backpack to cut down a couple of little branches and set me up some cover here. Now I'm all covered up. I set up my little JP, little Jake Paul. I set him up down there, down in the hill, and I set up my little Henrietta from what I think is about, you know, in between 20 and 30 yards away from me. And I go sit and I go wait. And I'm waiting I'm waiting and I'm waiting, and I am getting cold. I think to myself, I said, right, how come it wasn't cold 15, 20 minutes ago? Oh, because you was moving, you was working, and you was digging and setting everything up. And I said, okay, so what do we do now? Now that we're sitting here waiting for this turkey, let's get to moving. So again, I'm by these 2 trees, guys. 2 trees like this, bro. Got my backpack here, got my boat here, and here is a fence, and it cuts off this way, but it's like broken down or something, and it's demolished here and all on the floor where I'm sitting. So I figure a good way not to get lost is if I just walk up this fence line, I'll be able to find my spot just walking back in the dark or not. Okay, so I begin walking up the fence line, guys. I don't know, about 20 or 30 steps, and all those sounds that I've been practicing for the last I don't know how many days and driving the family crazy, and all those sounds that I'm hearing on the YouTubes of the turkey clucks, boom, is instant, and I hear it and I know exactly what it is when it says cluck, cluck, cluck. I stopped in my tracks, guys, and I looked up in the tree. I don't know if it was looking at me, but I'm pretty sure it was looking at me. And there's a red head, and it's bobbing, and it's weaving, and it's doing this. And I said, oh, shit. I done found my turkey, y'all. I took it back to my little tree. Sit in my bushes. Start making some calls, some hoots, some crows, a couple plucks. Turkey didn't say shit. Then gobble. Say nothing, guys. Curiosity got the best of me, and I tried to get him on film. I wanted to see if he was still there. As you saw at the beginning of the video, curiosity killed the cat. Watch in the middle of the screen, and you'll see as I went back to check on him to see if he was still there, to see if I can get him on video, you can see him fly away. Middle of the screen, across to the left, I think. Maybe the right. Either way, he flew away. That's how spring turkey season went, y'all. And the kicker, guys, remember all that gear I was showing you guys? I got cold, right? I had hand warmers in my bag. Why didn't I just bust out my hand warmers and keep myself warm? I don't know. Rookie mistake. Biggest rookie mistake of them all, though, is I went back to the Jimmy about 2 to 3 hours later, guys. I had to run up to the store. I didn't have no water. Second rookie mistake. Biggest and third rookie mistake is when I got back to the Jimmy, guys. If you've seen some of the gear that I was showing you guys, I don't know if I showed you both of my releases, but I do have 2 of them. 2 of which were both sitting in the Jimmy when I got back to it. So if I would have used my hand warmers to keep warm, and if that turkey would have flew down to my little Henrietta and my little Jake Paul and started plucking at him, I don't think I would have been shooting him anyway. I don't think I would have been able to shoot him anyway. If you're more experienced in archery, you tell me. Would I have been able to pull back on my 50-yard poundage bow without a release and make an accurate shot with about 2 months of archery experience? Hopefully, fall goes better. Stay tuned next time for that one. Until then, always remember, never forget to smile, laugh, y'all. Deuces. Well, curiosity killed the cat, y'all. That was a hen. And it just flew off that way. I was in the right spot. Fuck.